The United Kingdom has been home to countless individuals who have made significant contributions across a wide array of fields, from science and politics to literature, art, and sports. This section highlights some of the most influential historical and contemporary figures whose achievements have left a lasting impact. Influential historical figures. Monarchs and political leaders. The history of the UK has been shaped by a series of powerful and influential monarchs and political leaders who have played pivotal roles in the country's development. Queen Elizabeth I, 1533 to 1603, the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, Elizabeth I became one of England's most famous and beloved monarchs. Her reign, known as the Elizabethan era, was marked by the flourishing of English drama, led by William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe, the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588, and the beginning of English overseas expansion. Oliver Cromwell, 1599 to 1658, a controversial figure in British history. Cromwell led the parliamentary forces during the English Civil War and became Lord Protector of the Commonwealth after the execution of King Charles I. His rule was characterised by religious strictness, military campaigns in Ireland and Scotland, and attempts to govern without a monarchy. His legacy remains debated, with views ranging from champion of liberty to dictator. Sir Winston Churchill, 1874 to 1965, widely regarded as one of the greatest leaders of the 20th century, Churchill served as Prime Minister during World War II. His leadership, oratory skills, and unwavering determination were crucial in rallying the British people and the Allies against Nazi Germany. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1953 for his historical writings. Margaret Thatcher, 1925 to 2013, the first female Prime Minister of the UK, Thatcher served from 1979 to 1990. Known as the Iron Lady for her strong-willed policies, she implemented a series of economic reforms, known as Thatcherism, which included privatization, deregulation, and reducing the power of trade unions. Her legacy remains divisive, with supporters praising her economic policies and critics highlighting the social impacts of her reforms. Queen Victoria, 1819 to 1901, Queen Victoria presided over the British Empire at its height, from 1837 to 1901. Her long reign, known as the Victorian era, saw vast industrial, cultural, political, scientific, and military changes. Her influence extended beyond Britain, as she became a symbol of an age characterized by progress, colonial expansion, and complex social reforms. Explorers, scientists, and inventors. The UK has been a cradle of innovation, with many British explorers, scientists, and inventors making groundbreaking contributions. Sir Isaac Newton, 1643 to 1727, a mathematician, physicist, and astronomer, Newton is widely recognized as one of the most influential scientists in history. His work, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, 1687, laid the foundation for classical mechanics, and his laws of motion and universal gravitation revolutionized the understanding of the physical world. Charles Darwin, 1809 to 1882, a naturalist and biologist, Darwin is best known for his theory of evolution by natural selection, as outlined in his book On the Origin of Species, 1859. His work fundamentally changed the understanding of life on Earth and remains a cornerstone of modern biology. Florence Nightingale, 1820 to 1910, known as the Lady with the Lamp, Nightingale was a pioneering nurse, statistician, and social reformer. Her work during the Crimean War revolutionized nursing practices, emphasizing hygiene and patient care, and she established the foundations of modern nursing education. Alexander Graham Bell, 1847 to 1922, although born in Scotland and later naturalized as an American citizen, Bell is often associated with both the UK and the US. He is credited with inventing the first practical telephone and contributed to numerous other innovations in communication and hearing devices. James Watt, 1736 to 1819, a Scottish inventor and mechanical engineer, Watt improved the steam engine in the late 18th century, greatly enhancing its efficiency and making it a driving force of the Industrial Revolution. His developments laid the foundation for modern mechanical engineering. Ada Lovelace, 1815 to 1852, often considered the world's first computer programmer, Lovelace wrote the first algorithm intended to be executed by Charles Babbage's analytical engine, an early mechanical computer. Her visionary ideas about the potential of computers went beyond mere calculation, anticipating future possibilities for computing technology. Alan Turing, 1912 to 1954, a mathematician and computer scientist, Turing is considered one of the fathers of computer science and artificial intelligence. His work during World War II at Bletchley Park, where he helped crack the Nazi Enigma code, is credited with shortening the war and saving millions of lives. Turing's theoretical work also laid the groundwork for modern computing. Michael Faraday, 1791 to 1867, a pioneering scientist in electromagnetism and electrochemistry, Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, diamagnetism, and electrolysis. His work laid the foundation for electric motor technology and contributed significantly to the understanding of electromagnetism. Cultural icons and reformers. The UK has produced numerous cultural figures whose work has shaped arts, literature, and social reform. William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616, often regarded as the greatest playwright in the English language, Shakespeare's plays and sonnets have had a profound impact on literature and culture worldwide. His exploration of human nature, emotions, and society continues to resonate across generations. Jane Austen, 1775 to 1817, an influential novelist, Austen's works, including Pride and Prejudice and Emma, remain widely read and adapted. Her keen observations of social manners, relationships, and the role of women in 19th-century England have cemented her status as a literary icon. Charles Dickens, 1812 to 1870, one of the most famous writers of the Victorian era, Dickens created memorable characters and stories that critiqued social injustices and the harsh realities of life in 19th-century Britain. His works, including Oliver Twist, A Tale of Two Cities, and Great Expectations, remain literary classics. Mary Wollstonecraft, 1759 to 1797, a philosopher, writer, and advocate for women's rights, Wollstonecraft is best known for her work A Vindication of the Rights of Woman, 1792, which argued for gender equality and women's education. She is often considered one of the earliest feminist philosophers. David Hume, 1711 to 1776, a Scottish Enlightenment philosopher, historian, and economist, Hume is regarded as one of the most important figures in Western philosophy. His works on empiricism, skepticism, and human understanding have had a lasting influence on modern philosophy and social science. Virginia Woolf, 1882 to 1941, a leading figure in modernist literature, Woolf's experimental writing style and focus on the inner lives of characters helped redefine the novel as a form. Her works, such as Mrs. Dalloway and To the Lighthouse, remain celebrated for their depth and innovation. Contemporary figures and contributions. Contemporary cultural icons. The UK continues to produce influential figures in arts, literature, and media who have achieved global recognition. J.K. Rowling, 1965 present, the author of the Harry Potter series, one of the best-selling book series in history. Rowling's work has had a profound impact on modern literature and popular culture. The books have been translated into over 80 languages and adapted into a successful film series. David Attenborough, 1926 present, a renowned broadcaster and natural historian, Attenborough is famous for his documentaries on natural history, such as Planet Earth and Blue Planet. His work has raised awareness of environmental issues and inspired millions to care about wildlife and conservation. Ed Sheeran, 1991 present, a singer-songwriter and musician, Sheeran is one of the most successful contemporary British artists. His music, blending pop, folk, and soul, has won numerous awards and achieved massive international success. Adele, 1988 present, an award-winning singer and songwriter, Adele has achieved global fame with her powerful voice and emotionally resonant music. She has sold millions of albums worldwide and won multiple Grammy Awards. Emma Watson, 1990 present, an actress, activist, and UN Women Goodwill Ambassador, Watson rose to fame for her role as Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter films. She has since used her platform to advocate for gender equality and education for girls around the world. Influential political and social figures. Contemporary British figures in politics and social activism continue to shape the nation's direction. Tony Blair, 1953-present, serving as Prime Minister from 1997 to 2007, Blair led the Labour Party to 3 consecutive general election victories. His government implemented significant constitutional reforms, including the devolution of power to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and pursued a controversial foreign policy, including military intervention in Iraq. Theresa May, 1956-present, the second female Prime Minister of the UK, May served from 2016 to 2019, leading the country through a challenging period of Brexit negotiations following the 2016 EU referendum. She implemented policies on social justice, immigration, and counter-terrorism during her tenure. Greta Thunberg, 2003-present, a Swedish climate activist who gained international recognition for her advocacy on climate change. Her speeches and activism have inspired a global movement of young people demanding urgent action on environmental issues. Marcus Rashford, 1997-present, an English professional footballer who plays for Manchester United and the England national team, Rashford has used his platform to campaign against child food poverty in the UK, successfully lobbying the government to extend free school meals during the COVID-19 pandemic. Contributions to science, technology, and innovation. Science and medicine. The UK has been at the forefront of numerous scientific and medical advancements, contributing to the global body of knowledge and improving public health. Sir Alexander Fleming, 1881 to 1955, a Scottish bacteriologist who discovered penicillin in 1928, Fleming's discovery revolutionized medicine and led to the development of antibiotics, saving countless lives from bacterial infections. Rosalind Franklin, 1920–1958, a chemist and X-ray crystallographer whose work on the structure of DNA was critical to the discovery of its double helix structure. Although she did not receive the recognition she deserved during her lifetime, Franklin's contributions have since been acknowledged as foundational to the field of genetics. Sir Tim Berners-Lee, 1955-present, an engineer and computer scientist credited with inventing the World Wide Web in 1989 while working at CERN. His creation revolutionized communication, information sharing, and the global economy, shaping the modern digital age. Stephen Hawking, 1942 to 2018, a theoretical physicist and cosmologist, Hawking made groundbreaking contributions to the understanding of black holes, the nature of time, and the origins of the universe. His book A Brief History of Time became a bestseller, making complex scientific concepts accessible to a broad audience. Dame Sarah Gilbert, 1962-present, a vaccinologist and co-developer of the Oxford-AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine, one of the first vaccines developed to combat the global pandemic. Her work has been crucial in the global effort to vaccinate populations and control the spread of the virus. Engineering and innovation. The UK has also been home to numerous engineers and inventors who have made critical contributions to technology and industry. Isambard Kingdom Brunel, 1806 to 1859, a pioneering engineer known for his work on the Great Western Railway, Brunel designed and built revolutionary structures such as bridges, tunnels, and steamships, contributing to the expansion of the rail network and the development of modern transportation. James Dyson, 1947-present, an industrial designer and inventor, Dyson is best known for his innovative vacuum cleaners, bladeless fans, and other household appliances. His company, Dyson Limited, has become a global leader in technology and design. Clive Sinclair, 1940 to 2021, a British entrepreneur and inventor who pioneered the development of personal computers. Sinclair is best known for creating the ZX Spectrum, a popular home computer in the 1980s, which helped democratize computing and inspired a generation of software developers. Sporting legends and cultural ambassadors. Athletes and sports personalities. The UK has a long tradition of excellence in sports, with many British athletes achieving global recognition. Sir Steve Redgrave, 1962-present, a British rower who won 5 consecutive Olympic gold medals from 1984 to 2000, Redgrave is considered one of the greatest Olympians in history. Sir Mo Farah, 1983-present, a long-distance runner and one of the most successful British track athletes. Farah won double gold medals in the 5,000 metres and 10,000 metres at both the 2012 London Olympics and the 2016 Rio Olympics. Dame Jessica Ennis-Hill, 1986-present, an Olympic heptathlete who won gold at the 2012 London Olympics and silver at the 2016 Rio Olympics. Ennis-Hill is considered one of the greatest British female athletes of all time. David Beckham, 1975-present, a former professional footballer, Beckham achieved global fame for his playing career with Manchester United, Real Madrid, and the England national team. He has since become a prominent cultural ambassador and entrepreneur. Lewis Hamilton, 1985-present, a Formula One driver who holds the record for the most wins in the history of the sport. Hamilton is a 7-time world champion and a prominent advocate for diversity and social justice in motorsport. These notable figures from the United Kingdom have contributed to shaping the modern world in profound ways, leaving legacies that span continents and generations. Their achievements reflect the UK's historical and contemporary influence across diverse fields, from science and technology to culture, sports, and social reform.